Hey, today I will show you the buildings that were built in the spring of 2020. All of them are part of the railway. This is a modern railway station, a railway depot with a terminal for shipping and loading goods, and a railway crossing through which you can only get to my city. Previously, a railway station was also located at this place, but I decided to remake it. I will tell you about this in the video about the history of my Lego city, which should be realized this fall if everything is okay. Well, let's quickly start the review. Let's go! And I'll start from the railway station. Since my city is not big, the station, of course, is also not big. There are only two railway tracks that merge into one on both sides. As you can see, the paint of which the entire foundation of my city was painted has worn off over this year, so this area does not look very good. But since there are not too many such areas in my city, I decided not to paint it this year. On both railway tracks there are trains around which people pass. You can also see railway workers here, one of whom will check the railway wheels for cracks by tapping on them with a crowbar. If the sound is muffled, then there is definitely a crack, and this problem needs to be urgently solved at the railway depot. On the platform, passengers are waiting to board the train they need. There are conductors near the wagons. Let's take a look at the station itself. It's a two-story building with a pitched roof and an almost entirely glass facade. The combination of large panoramic windows with columns is harmonious as for me. There are also various decorative elements. From the back side, on the first floor we see striped walls. On the second floor there are windows, and above there are various decorative elements. The sides of the building are striped. Time to look inside. To do this, I need to remove the roof. As you can see, it retains its unusual shape. It's all done quite simply. On the second floor there is a waiting room combined with a cafe where you can refresh yourself before a long journey. There are a couple of cups eating here right now. They are served by a man in Mexican traditional dress. There is also a service room where the head of the station is engaged in the control of railway transportation. There is also a small kitchen here. Two staircases lead down. One staircase is service and the other is for visitors to the station. We go down to the first floor. Here is another waiting room where there are two railway ticket offices where you can buy tickets. And there is also a map of all railway roads. In one corner there is a toilet, and in the opposite corner there is a room for storing tools. There is also an ATM. Now there are fewer people here because everyone went to the trains. Well, we leave this building and proceed to the review of the railway depot. This is the second largest building in my LEGO city. Its dimensions are length 57 centimeters, width 37 centimeters, height 30 centimeters. Trains undergo maintenance here and various goods are unloaded here which are delivered by rail to my city. Well, let's look at each zone in more detail, but first a little about the outside. It's made in a likeness of a handgun. The depot consists of bulging and non-bulging parts and large window groups like factory buildings. There are only 2 railway tracks in the depot. Trains are serviced in one, and goods are unloaded and loaded on the other. The gates to the depot are made as airtight as possible so that large pieces of garbage such as leaves does not get inside. There is also a service entrance on this side. On the opposite side, there are huge gates so that large vehicles can enter inside. On the sides are mainly large window groups. Thanks to this, the room is quite light, although this light acquires a greenish tint. Time to look inside. To do this, I remove the roof, which consists of 9 parts. The central one is large and the side ones are smaller. From above, it looks like ants are working here. The size of the building is so huge compared to the minifigures. Although ants, spiders and other bugs are also here, as in other houses in my LEGO city. They are the real living inhabitants of the city. Well, let's finally take a closer look at everything. Between the 2 railway tracks, there is a platform on which pillars for an overhead crane are located. And here you can also see a toolbox and several railway men discussing something. On the first railway track, there is a lifting section of the track where you can lift a wagon or diesel locomotive in order to make it more convenient to carry out technical inspection or repair work. For this, there is a special control panel. There is also a small crane here. In the window recesses are various railway parts that can be lifted with this crane. On the second railway track, we see how several wagons with goods that have just been brought to this city are being unloaded. A variety of goods are brought here, ranging from various chemicals to food. All employees work hard to get everything done on time. In case of loading or unloading something large and heavy, there is an overhead crane here. It has a video surveillance camera installed on it. Thanks to which it can be controlled from this 2-story room, which I have not told you about yet. Here is a recreation area for depot workers. On the roof of the second floor we see a fireman who monitors the work. He is also a part-time crane operation for an overhead crane. On the second floor there is a crane control panel and a restroom for workers. Since the depot operates around the clock, there is an opportunity to relax, although not with too much comfort. There is a toilet on the first floor. As you can see, the loading of one machine is already coming to an end and the other is waiting for its turn outside. From here, the goods come to most of the stores in this city. Well, we move on to the last object for today. This is a railway crossing through which the only road to their city passes. The building itself is not large, consists of 2 floors. On the second floor, various devices are located, and on the first, we see various repair tools. The main task of the railway crossing duty officer is to prevent a catastrophe. Well, this is how the review turned out today. If you like this video, then please like it and feel free to comment and share it with your friends. I will be happy to see you among subscribers of our channel. Good luck everyone and take care of yourself. See you later.
Сразу. Вот это ей. Видишь?